Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Eric from Tech. So as promised, I'm going to be doing a quick guide on how to fully convert your Chinese Tencent ROG2 phone into the global version so that you can choose the themes. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the fingerprint to WW or worldwide, so you can install your manual updates over OTA. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to do that update as well. Alright, so let's get started, guys. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys, I'm running the Chinese latest version. Let me see if I can get it. About phone, software information. So if you see, this one is running on the latest build. And it's on the August Android security patch. So that's also the same updated version for the global one. So as usual, I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the PC. So this will not work if you just have a phone. So you don't have a laptop or a desktop to flash the ROMs on, then you're not gonna have a good time. Alright, so let's turn it off because you need to put it in the Fastboot mode. Alright, that's off. And so if you want to go into Fastboot, basically, to go into Fastboot, you have to press the volume up and the power button at the same time until you get to this screen. That is basically all you need to do. So you can actually cycle through the options, but you don't have to do it. Just make sure that you're on this screen if you want to flash the ROMs. So I'll set that aside and then I'll move on to the PC or my laptop specifically. Alright, as usual, special thanks to the people at XDA. They're the ones who came up with the guide. So I'll put up this link as well for you to refer to. I'll also put the steps to the guide on my description, so if you don't feel like going to the link, you can just follow it here. But basically, this is what we're going to be doing. And as usual, this is at your own risk. But I've been doing it a couple of times, shuffling back and forth between the Chinese ROM and the global ROM, and I never faced any issues. As long as you follow the steps perfectly, then you shouldn't have any problems. Alright, and you can see here, this is the global version, so there are a couple of things that you need to install. But first, let's convert the Chinese to the global version. Let's open up a command prompt. Make sure you run it as admin. Okay, and then we'll navigate to that folder. And if you see, those are all the files. So this user raw is your firmware that needs to be installed. So to run that, you just have to execute the command flash all. Oops, sorry guys, forgot to connect the cable. Make sure you connect it to the black one and not to the orange part. Okay, there you go. And basically, you just run that command, you're gonna see this screen. Basically, you just have to wait until it completes and the phone is going to reboot or restart on its own. Alright, so I've flashed the global version now. This is the message you're gonna get, flash complete. It's going to restart the phone. And most of the time, you're gonna be getting a message that says can't start, so you have to do a factory data reset. So use the volume buttons for navigation. So go ahead, do the factory data reset. Since you're going to be doing a reset, make sure you back up any of your files. So I'll put that disclaimer up on the description. So back to the setup. So this is the 1907 version. There's actually a newer one, 1908. So I'll show you how to update to that later on. But there are still a couple of steps that we need to do. So let's just skip everything for now. So just to show you guys, we're on the global version. Okay, and just in preparation for the next one, make sure that you enable the dev options. And enable USB debugging. Okay. Now back to the PC. Basically, what you guys need to do next is copy over the bootloader unlock APK or the application that the Asus has provided. So got the ROG Phone 2 here. Just put it on the download. Okay, then go back into the phone file manager. I copied it over in the download folder, so it should be there, and it's here. Allow from this source, install it. Okay, and that's the unlock device tool and user agreement. Agree to that. Agree, then unlock.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one.
Okay, it's going to restart your phone automatically. Why do we need to unlock the bootloader in the first place? Well, because we need to root the phone. And if you try to root the phone without unlocking your bootloader, you're going to brick your device. So that's another disclaimer that I'm placing out here. Make sure that you follow the steps in the correct order and you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, it's going to show you that the bootloader, or this message that the bootloader is unlocked, software integrity can't be guaranteed. So you don't really have to do anything. It's basically just a warning message that Asus has put in place, letting you know that you have an unlocked bootloader. This might restart a couple of times. You just have to wait until it's completely up, and then you need to copy a couple more files over. Okay, so if you noticed, it reset your device again. So as I mentioned earlier, you have to make sure that you back up your files. Okay, basically you have to turn off the phone again. Okay, power is off. Again, Fastboot mode, volume up, power button. There you go, connect the cable to the black part. And a couple more steps to do on the PC. Let me open up the folder, the ROG2 latest. So if you notice, there are two boot images here. One is for root. You have to flash this in order to enable root. And this is if we want to go back. So we're going to be reverting all the steps we're going to be doing. So you can end up with near stock experience. So you're not going to be rooted. But if you want to keep root, then skip that step. But I'll be including it for the guys who want to have SafetyNet enabled again. Okay, so to do that, we have to flash that image. So if you're not familiar with that, I'll put the command as well, but it's already, I'll just copy it here. So if you're not comfortable typing it yourself, just go ahead and copy it and then run that. And that's basically it. You just have to flash that rooted image, and now your phone is rooted. So let's start off the phone. Okay, if I have enabled USB file transfer because we need to copy a couple more files over to the phone, namely the Magisk Manager and the Root Explorer. Okay, copy them both over. Then go to your file manager and usually just copy it to download, so I'm not going to be looking for it anywhere else. Install the Magisk Manager. Done. And install the Root Explorer. And done. Next step you do is open up Magisk Manager. Okay, so it's updated to 7.11. I don't suggest, or I don't recommend updating to a higher version. It sometimes has issues, so just leave it at 7.11. Let's open up Root Explorer. Yeah, it's going to be having a super user request, so we grant that and then allow. And then we change this to mount RO, read only. Okay, and then if you want, so for the fingerprint changes, we actually have to navigate to the bottom. Let me just remove the cable so you can see, have a better look, guys. So it's a vendor, factory, and look for the country file. So we're going to be making changes to it, so you open it with a text editor. And just disregard that. So if you see here, it's the country is CN. Basically, it's still recognizing it as China. So what we do here is we change that to worldwide, or WW, and make sure it's all caps. Oops, sorry, having problems with my keyboard. Okay, so if you see that, that's worldwide, WW. And just a matter of, let me just try that again, just to be sure, okay? And save and exit. There you go. So if you go back there, and then just do the text viewer, it's going to be worldwide. Okay, and since you're on the global version, this just wanted to show you guys something as well that you can do, but it's an optional part. Okay, so before we use the themes and wallpapers, we have to set a screen lock. So let's do that now. Okay, so if you guys noticed, when I set up a pin, just a regular pin, then when I go into themes and wallpapers, it just shows you wallpaper slideshow. Now the next step that we're going to be doing is we're going to be enabling themes, so you can actually choose between the Rogue and the Zen UI themes. If you didn't choose that on the first boot up, you can have the option of doing it here. I'll show you guys where to navigate to it. Basically, you have to go back to Root Explorer. Okay, and that should be in. Okay, don't forget, guys, go to read only. Go to the top. Okay, so we're at ET. Where was that again? Oh, system, etc, Asus theme, and themes. There is a hidden file here. What you just need to do is delete that hidden file. Okay, delete. Okay, and it shouldn't be there anymore. So that hidden file is gone. So to check, let's go back to themes. Oh, sorry, I forgot you have to do a reboot. Okay, so let's do a quick reboot just to show you guys. I just put it 1, 2, 3, 4 as the pin temporarily. And there you go. So since we deleted that hidden file, we enabled the themes and wallpapers. So we can go to theme. Just allow it. There you go. You've even got some of the Chinese themes over here. So there's an activate the force. You can go back to classic and the light luminous core. So let's take that one. And there you go. That's it. Okay, the next step, guys, is optional. So if you guys want to remain on root and with an unlocked bootloader, you can stop it. You can stop with the video here. But for the rest, want to relock the bootloader and remove the root, I'll show you that step next. So the first thing we have to do, of course, is we need to turn off the device. So let's just enable USB debugging just to be sure. About phone, software information, build number, tap on that. Dev options, USB debugging, alright. That's all you need to do. So again, we turn off the device. Power off. Okay, device is off, and our usual fast boot, volume up and power. There you go. Put it on the black part, the black USB-C cable there. Okay, and the next part, we're going to be flashing the stock boot image. So if you're not comfortable again, just copy and paste so you don't make a mistake. And that's all you need to do. And of course, we have to relock the bootloader. You don't have to run the APK again. That's basically just for unlocking the bootloader in the first place. If you want to relock it, you have to run this command. Copy and paste for to avoid any mistakes. And actually, there is a command to check Fastboot OEM device info. I remember. Yeah, that's basically going to check if your device is unlocked, and it's not. So we successfully locked the bootloader. And all you need to do now is start up the phone. So we don't need this cable anymore. Go to start. And you're usually going to be prompted to do a factory reset here. Let's see if that's the case again. Yeah. So again, go ahead, do the factory data reset. And your SafetyNet check is going to pass. Okay, let's do a quick setup again here. Let's skip the Wi-Fi for now, just so we can get to the end. Okay, no thanks. Skip anyway. Next. Alright, so let's go into themes real quick. I don't know, it's going to ask me again to set a pin. Oh, there it is. So basically, you do lose out on a couple of the Chinese themes, but you can change back and forth between the classic and the ROG theme. So let's apply the classic just for you guys to see. Yeah, there you go. So I didn't need to set it up on the first part. And now I'm in the classic mode, and if I get tired of that, basically just go back to themes and wallpapers, Let's try apply the luminous score. There you go. So no issues there. And what this does, if you're by doing this, we actually let the phone be near stop, and it lets you do updates. Fortunately, no over-the-air updates or no OTA updates. What we can do is we download the updates manually from the Asus website. So I've done that as well. So I'll show you guys how to copy it over. So this part you don't have to put it on the side, but I've just gotten used to it. You can also use the cable at the bottom, the cable connector at the bottom. So enable the file transfer. So I've got a couple of downloads done, and let's go ahead and install the latest 1908. So basically just copy it over into the phone. This time don't put it in the download folder, just put it in the root. Okay, and it's on the phone. What you need to do next is basically just restart the phone, so the system will pick it up. Restart. Don't need this cable anymore. Just remove it. And you're going to be getting that notification that there is a system update file detected. So just start that. So make sure that's the right update package. And it's going to be installing it. It might take a couple of minutes since it's a big update. So let's just wait for that to complete. Okay, once that is done, it's going to say you need to restart the device. Just go ahead and restart. And just to check, let's go ahead and go to the phone. And you're now on the August security patch. So that is the latest one that Asus has come out with. If there's a newer one, it's going to be the same steps. Basically just go to the Asus website, download that upload file, and then copy it over to your root folder, and you should be able to update it. Now I know there are a couple of questions that you guys have been asking whether SafetyNet is passing. So let's I'll do that for you and I'll show it to you guys real quick. Hang on. Alright, so the SafetyNet check. Okay, and it passed. So basically all your banking apps and your Google Pay should work. And yeah, I think that's the only issue you have here. And for other people reporting problems with video recording, let's go to video. No quick recording test here. See any issues? That's FHD 30 FPS. Let's go to 60 FPS. Recording is fine. Okay, so video recording is working fine on this converted phone. You can see here, I did a couple of tests just now. And that's it, basically. So you've got your Tencent version converted to full global with SafetyNet passing, and you can get updates. Well, manually, nonetheless. Better than nothing. Haven't found a way to get OTA update back on the phone. That's going to be much more convenient, but this way you get to choose when you want to update to the next update that Asus has provided. So I guess with this we'll end things here. If there are any questions, shoot it out on the comment section down below. As usual, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon notification, and see you all on my next one.